wasn't. Well, that's the old.
Try shutting that door.
That's the old Carewood Bridge. Do you know Carewood?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Well, that's the old Carewood.
I saw that flooded in a photo.
That's the old Carewood Bridge. They built a new one now, like, you know, but that's the old one. And that's the barges we used to sail up down the river on.
Did we see the pictures on the
That's the old Carewood Bridge.
So was that the sort of thing you would have lived on?
Yeah,
as well?
those are barges, yeah. Motor barges.
Yeah, we have another one of that up there. And one woman came and she's done a tapestry of this.
Fantastic.
Really good what she's done.
And you were talking about the steam tug, weren't you? There's the rowboy, that's a steam tug.
So that would be pulling the barges.
That was the tug that towed the barges, you see.
Good old Rosie, was it?
Oh, Roby they used to
Oh, Roby.
Yeah. Well, in the 1914-18 war, I've got letters. She went to Scapa Flow as a rescue tug.
Wow.
In the 1941, and she led the German fleet in when they surrendered at Scapa Flow.
Nice one.
That same tug, yeah.
He always said that was in the First World War.
The First
I
World War.
always say I
And
remember it.
that's me with the barge when the river was frozen over, and that was my job to run up and down the river from the toll bridge back to the mill all night, breaking the ice.
Really?
Because all the barges were all frozen in.
Yeah.
You couldn't move, and these were the elevators where they used to discharge all the cargoes to get all the sea down, you see.
And that's all gone now as well,
That's
isn't it?
all gone, you see. And that was the barge I was on. And that was my job all night, going up and down the river. And the only way you could break the ice was going through its down first. You couldn't go head first into it because you climbed on top of it.
Oh, you could
You understand?
shape of the,
And once you climbed on top of it, that's it. So what we had to do is go stern first, and the propeller used to chop all the ice up like a channel. So, and that is the last sloop to ever come to Selby. They called her the Sprite, and she used to go to Scott's oil mill in the Bight. Mark Scott's oil mill. You know where Mark Scott's?
I was going to say,
You know where the Ideal flour mill is, don't you?
Yeah,
In
I've seen
Selby.
that.
Well, when you get round that bend, there was another oil mill on your left-hand side,
Okay.
and that was the Sprite that used to sail up the river all the way from Hull with about 80 to 100 tonne of black cottonseed in, and they used to discharge it into big bags and hoist it up. There you are. That's a sloop. Now that's Bulford Bridge. You know where Bulford Bridge is, don't you?
I haven't seen it, no.
Well, now they've got the M62 bridge over the river, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Oh,
before. Yeah. That's still there. That's the Bulford Bridge, you see, and that's me towing the barge down to Hull, you see.
These are great.
And that's another barge on its way up to York, loaded
Fully laden.
for York. Yeah. Anything else we've got on here now? Oh, I'll bring you some. I've got some more here somewhere. Oh, that's an old. That's of a barge how they used to be. They call it the Annie Maud. Can you see? Look, that's a lee board. That's where they used to live amidships, and the cabin. That's where the cargoes was. That explains it all to you. There's your ship's fender. See if I've got something else.
Doesn't look too comfortable in there.
Yeah.
Well, it makes ships fender. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
That's
used to
it.
see if I've got something else. I've got all sorts of here. Let's have a look. Anything else you want? Photos of Selby. That's a barge going by Selby shipyard when they used to build the ships. That's at the end of the road here was Cochrane's shipyard.
Yeah,
They built marvellous ships that went
Right.
on. They were known all over the world.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what happened to the barges when they finished with them. They was laid on the river bank. That's when the BOCM offices are along there. Look.
That Barber
Yeah, Barber Road, and then was all the barges. They sold them all in the end. They went all over the place, yeah. And there's the Selby might have been launched at Thorn. You know where Thorn is, don't you?
Yeah. Alright.
Well, they used to build them there. That was launching on them there, you see.
We used to like going to the launches down here though.
And that, you remember, you'll have heard of the old New Holland ferries, haven't you?
Of course.
Sailing from Hull to New Holland.
Yeah.
Well, that was the last one. I took a photo of that. I passed her. That was the New Holland ferry.
Fantastic.
And that was the last ferry.
We used to go from Hull and get a railway ticket to go on that. Took you over to New Holland and you got
On a
on
train.
a train with the same ticket.
They had a booking office on the pier where there was no trains went in and no trains went out. And you
But you
jumped,
got
you jumped on the ferry and you went over to New Holland, then you jumped on the train, you know, because the train came right out on the jetty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any real like hairy stories of sort of when you were on the barge, any?
It once
Any
fell in
near-death
the river.
experiences?
Oh, I fell overboard.
Pushed or fell?
I got knocked overboard and they all were right cold, wasn't it? Do you remember that time?
I do.
Well, a rope hit me and knocked me overboard, you see, and it was freezing cold when I went in. And they managed to grab me out and got me up the jetty and into this surgery. And the worst part, it wasn't so bad in the water. The coldest part was when he got out. Oh, you went through, and it was freezing cold, and the wind went right through you.
Yeah.
Like that. What else have we got? Some more photos. That's been launched at Selby Shipyard.
Oh, we used to love going down here to watch them.
Was that a big event when it happened, was it?
That was, yeah.
Launch.
And once, the one went and it went right over
There's
the
another
other
one being
side.
launched at
And then he rescued
Selby
her.
Shipyard.
A woman who stood under a car.
Jeez. So when was the last time they sort of launched a boat from Cochrane's Yard? Would you remember?
It was about 1980, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah.
1980
Yeah.
was the last one that was there.
Is it completely shut down now?
Oh, it's finished altogether.
No, they
Finished
do
altogether.
everything there now.
See, that was 1919. You know that tug I was showing. You know that tug I was showing you?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that was from the engineer off her in 1919
Right.
when she was going up to Scapa Floor. This is Selby and a bargeman who works on the river, and my name is Laurie Dews.